Welcome back to English 360. I'm Mia.
And I'm Alex. Mia, you've noticed I haven't said a single word since this morning. What's up with that?
Exactly. You're usually so talkative. You seem a little bit unhappy.
Huh? Do I? I don't think so.
Seriously, you're not smiling now. Did something unhappy happen?
It's nothing major. It's just a problem at work, which has me feeling a bit annoyed.
Annoyed? Is that closer to sad or angry?
I can't quite explain. I just don't feel very good. You know, Mia, sometimes I find English very interesting, but also very difficult. I know happy and unhappy, but my actual feeling is a bit more than just unhappy, and I don't know which word I should use.
I completely understand. That's a common challenge. We have so many different feelings every day, but the words we've learned might not be enough.
Yes, that's exactly it. I feel like my emotions are complex, but my English vocabulary is simple.
Well, why don't we talk about that today? Let's discuss how to use simple English words to express exactly what I am feeling. This could be helpful for us and for everyone listening.
Great idea. Maybe after we talk, I'll know how I'm feeling now.
Let's dive in. Speaking of feelings, the most basic are definitely happy and unhappy.
I know those two words.
Right. So let's start with happy. Alex, when do you usually feel especially happy?
Let me think. If I spend a lot of time doing something and in the end I do it very well, I feel especially happy. For example, my boss said the report I spent 3 days on was excellent. In that moment, I was genuinely very happy inside.
I see the joy of success. That's interesting. You're happy because your work was done well. What about you, Mia? When are you happy? I'm much simpler. For example, the weather is great today. Sunny, not too cold or hot, and I feel very happy when I go for a walk. Or when I drink delicious milk tea, I also feel very happy.
You always find happiness in simple things. By the way, you just used happy and also joyful. Is there a difference between the two?
Good question. For beginners, they mean almost the same thing and can be used interchangeably most of the time. You can say, I am very happy, or I am very joyful. Both are fine. If we had to be nitpicky, joyful often suggests a feeling that radiates from the inside out, like that delicious milk tea. Happy can be used for that, but also for more polite, formal settings, like saying, I'm very happy to meet you, to a client.
I understand. So joyful is more like a deep, genuine feeling, and happy is used more broadly, including in formal contexts. Okay, we've talked about happy feelings. What about the opposite? I was a little unhappy this morning.
The word we use most often is sad.
Is sad a stronger feeling than unhappy?
Yes. Unhappy might just be temporary, like being a little unhappy because it's raining and you can't go out. But sad is when you genuinely feel very bad inside.
For example, my dog is sick, so I am very sad. Can I say it like that?
Perfect example. Sadness is a very heavy feeling in the heart. So you see, your work problem made you unhappy, but it didn't reach the level of sadness.
That's why your use of a little unhappy or a little annoyed was actually very accurate.
Thank you for the encouragement.
Let's talk about two more intense feelings, angry and scared. Have you been angry about anything recently, Alex?
Oh, yes. I waited over half an hour for a friend who was late to lunch. I was very angry. When he finally showed up, he kept apologizing and half of my anger disappeared.
Good to know you calm down easily. Now, what about scared? What are you scared of?
I'm actually a little scared of big dogs that bark loudly.
Really? I'm most scared of watching horror movies. I watched 5 minutes of one last night and was so scared I turned on all the lights. We all have things we're scared of. It's normal.
We've covered happy, sad, angry, and scared. Are there others?
Yes. Let's discuss two very common ones, worried and tired.
Worried. I hear this word often.
Worried is when you feel uneasy in your heart about something bad that hasn't happened yet or is currently happening. Are you worried about anything?
I have an important English exam next month, and I'm worried I won't pass.
Don't worry. Your English is great. You'll be fine. What about you?
I'm a little worried about my business trip next week. It's an unfamiliar city, and the work is important, so I'm worried I won't do it well. We both worry about work and study. That shows we care. You know, I think our feelings are like the weather. Happy is sunny, sad or worried is cloudy, and angry or scared is like a thunderstorm. The weather changes every day, and so do our feelings.
Wow, that analogy is great. So, having bad feelings is normal, just like the rain.
Exactly. And now I finally know how I was feeling this morning. A little unhappy about the problem, then a little worried because it wasn't solved, and now I feel a little tired from thinking about it all morning.
See? You used 3 words to describe how you feel. Unhappy, worried, tired. That's fantastic progress.
It is clearer now. But Mia, I have one more question. I know these words, but when I really want to speak, I often can't remember which one to use, or I only manage to say, I am well, or I'm not well.
That's normal. Expressing feelings takes practice. I have a small suggestion. Every night, before you go to bed, take 1 minute to think, what was my main feeling today? Then, use 1 or 2 words we learned and say 1 sentence to yourself.
Like, what?
Like, work went smoothly today. I am very happy. Or, I argued with a friend today. I am a little sad and angry. Or simply, today was busy. I am too tired. Just 1 sentence out loud.
Saying a diary out loud. That's an interesting idea.
You don't need to say it for others to hear, just for yourself. Slowly, these words will come out naturally because your brain is practicing them daily.
That method sounds simple and effective. I will try it tonight. Thank you, Mia. You always give me good study methods.
It is clearer now. But Mia, I have one more question. I know these words, but when I really want to speak, I often can't remember which one to use, or I only manage to say, I am well, or I am not well.
That's normal. Expressing feelings takes practice. I have a small suggestion. Every night before you go to bed, take 1 minute to think, what was my main feeling today? Then use 1 or 2 words we learned and say 1 sentence to yourself.
Like what?
Like, work went smoothly today. I am very happy. Or, I argued with a friend today. I'm a little sad and angry. Or simply, today was busy. I am too tired. Just 1 sentence, out loud.
Saying a diary out loud? That's an interesting idea.
You don't need to say it for others to hear, just for yourself. Slowly, these words will come out naturally because your brain is practicing them daily.
That method sounds simple and effective. I will try it tonight. Thank you, Mia. You always give me good study methods.
You're welcome. I'm glad I could help. After chatting with you for so long, I feel much more comfortable inside. It seems those unhappy and worried feelings have decreased a lot.
That's great. Sometimes just by saying the feelings in your heart out loud, the feeling itself gets better.
It's true. That's what makes language so interesting.
Well, that's all the time we have for today's episode. I hope everyone listening can feel happy and joyful often.
For our listeners, we encourage you to use the words we talked about today. How do you feel right now? Are you tired and ready for a rest? Tell a friend using our new vocabulary.
Thanks for tuning in to English 360. We'll see you next time.
Bye!